Hey everyone, just thought I'd go live for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna hit on a couple of things. Okay, uh, as I said, the protests are one thing. It's good to protest and articulate your First Amendment rights, stuff like that. What happened to George Floyd was horrendous, man. To see a man right in front of you die, I mean, that is just, I mean, and hear him saying, "I can't breathe," and then say, "I see you, Mom." That really hit me. That hit me hard. I mean, those officers should be prosecuted. I mean, the second-degree murder charge is the highest they can go. First-degree murder, it cannot be used because it takes premeditation. Okay? That's the bottom line. You got to get premeditation. Third-degree murder couldn't be used because they couldn't prosecute the other ones underneath third-degree murder, because third-degree murder is basically a accidental type thing. This was no accidental, but it also wasn't premeditated. Okay? Now, let me say something else about the protests. I saw the protest in New Orleans last night. I have my sister that lives in New Orleans. I have friends that live in New Orleans, friends of the NOPD cops, cousins and stuff that live down there. And they can protest, but when you start jumping on freeways, and they wanted to get on the Greater New Orleans Bridge and go up into Jefferson Parish, that's where I draw the line, because that's where the police drew the line. NOPD drew the line, and they were not going to let them get on that bridge. First off, you know, there's an activist down there, Rubina. She done a thing today, and I have great respect for the woman, but she was going off on what their rights are, and that's their bridge and all that bullshit. No, it's not your bridge. It's not your bridge. It's not the people's bridge. First off, there's state laws that blatantly say you cannot walk on the bridges in New Orleans. That one, those two bridges, the UAP Long Bridge. All right? There's laws in states that you cannot walk along a freeway. Those are state laws. Now, if they want to continue breaking the laws, then they're going to pay the price. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. You want to break the laws? You want to protest peacefully? Then don't break the laws. Evidently, NOPD decided they were going to pepper ball them, smoke grenade them, everything else. Then they opened up with rubber bullets. I mean, you got 10,000 people thinking they're going to get across a bridge. It wasn't going to happen last night. Okay? Now, another thing that I'm hitting on today is President Trump. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it again. He's a threat to our national security, to the people of this country. He's a threat to our democracy and our republic. I have friends that are in the military, a lot of friends that are in the military, and they said exactly what I'm saying. You do not use the military as your own personal police force. Now, I'm noticing there's a lot of police officers that says military police. That's all it says on them, military police. It doesn't say what division are they in. Airborne, mounted, they don't have any patches on them, just military police. So, and then they have Trump using Attorney General Bill Barr as the front man for the D.C. security. This guy's got his head so far up his fat ass, he needs to get kicked so hard. It's unbelievable. I mean, Bill Barr is not the one to be telling military what to do, or telling a helicopter to, hover over people. And for his news person to go out there yesterday and hold a news conference, Kayleigh McEnany, she is the most dumb bitch I've ever seen. Well, there was no tear gas, there was no shooting of rubber bullets, there was no this and that, and you're sitting there watching it unfold live. Well, the Park Service and the Secret Service said that it never happened. They're in an alternative world. I don't know how people like that can look at their families in the eyes and look at their kids in the eyes and say, you know, I work for the President of the United States. Oh, by the way, he's a moron, he's an idiot, he's illiterate, he's stupid, he's mentally unstable. You know? I mean, everything he done last Monday went against our Constitution. I don't know if you're aware of that, but he did. Everything he did went against our Constitution. Yes. It went against our Constitution. The insurrection thing. He can't do it unless the governors ask for it, and then it's got to go to Congress to get approved. Okay? But for them to flat out sit there and lie and say they didn't use tear gas and rubber bullets on people, it's bullshit. I posted some stuff what needs to be done. A friend of mine said, don't tell people what to do. No, I'm not telling people what to do. It's my opinion. Okay? I've stepped in between police officers and what they're doing. Here in Tucson, oddly enough. And just let it be known that they're being watched. That you see what they're doing. And it stops. It stops real quick. Most police officers have a brain that when they get confronted about something, they stop what they're doing. Because they know it's illegal. Okay? But in my over 20 years being here, I've never seen a Tucson police officer being racist to anyone or any brutality. Okay? They've come close to crossing that line, and then, like I said, a few times I've gotten in between them, and it stopped. But like I said, the Republicans need to get their heads from up their ass and think about our country, our Constitution, and everything else. Because this is bullshit what Trump is trying to do. What he's trying to do is get the people so fucked up in the mind that they don't go out and vote for anyone else but him. Okay? And that's the bottom line. I mean, you can't be using the military. And then Kayleigh McEnany yesterday, they asked her about him using the National Guard, you know, and all that stuff, and it's the military. You know, this woman is so clueless. She says the National Guard is not the military. What the fuck? The National Guard is not the military. What the fuck? Clueless idiot, as Trump. Clueless idiot. The military, the National Guard is the military. They get called up and they go to war like everyone else, you know? They go to war like everyone else. But like I said, you have the right to protest. Absolutely you do. Absolutely. But you do not have the right to block streets, go on freeways, go on bridges like in New Orleans last night, and push yourself. You know? I mean, it's total bullshit. You do not do that shit. And like I said, Monday I saw something that was a threat to the people of this country and our constitutional rights when Trump decided to clear Lafayette Park, get a National Guard helicopter to stand there and do rotor wash on people, and shot beanbags and rubber bullets and tear gas at the crowd to clear them out, for him to do a photo op at a church that he's only been to once when he got inaugurated. And then the worst part is to hold a Bible, and when the reporter asked him, is that your Bible? Oh, it's a Bible. Trump doesn't read the Bible. Trump's an idiot. He's illiterate. He can't read. He can't read. And then for all those fools to go out there and do the photo op with him, Defense Secretary Esper, his press secretary, Bill Barr. Why in the fuck is Bill Barr in this shit? He's the Attorney General. General in the fatigues. Why was he running around in the fatigues? Shades of Fidel Castro, man. With his fatigues, old Fidel. Like my dad used to say, Fidel used to walk around in his fatigues. You know? I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, like I said, Trump cannot use the military against the people of this country without the governors asking for the use, and the Congress has to approve it. Bottom line. And like I said, you want to protest? Protest peacefully. There's all kinds of parks all over the United States. Go to the fucking parks, plant your ass, lay on the ground, your hands out like you did. Do that shit there. But do not fucking walk on streets. Do not fucking walk on freeways. Do not fucking walk on bridges like the Greater New Orleans Bridge. Because you know what? It's pissing people off. People have to go places. People have to go places. And then the worst part is, in Tucson, they're strictly enforcing the 8 o'clock curfew thing, right? All right? I get up at 4:30 to go run with Sam. I got stopped by TPD asking me what was I doing out at 4:30 in the morning. I'm standing there with a reflective vest on, a Springfield XD40 on my side. Sam's running with me. And they're asking me what I'm doing. Holy shit. Is stupid as stupid does, or what? What am I doing? I couldn't stop. I mean, I looked at the guy and I said, I did this to him. I said, oh my God. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I get up every morning and put all this shit on and I just walk? I just go out and I just want to fuck with you? I jog every morning. 5 miles, 6 miles. I said, you want to arrest me? Take the dog in too, but be prepared if he decides you put those handcuffs on me, he actually wants to bite the shit out of you. He's very protective of me. I mean, a total moron. Then I told him, I said, you have the internet on your phone. Google Joe Arocha. That's where his eyes went, oh shit, fuck, I fucked up. Because if you Google my name, it says Joe Arocha running for mayor 2019 and all the shit that I've done in Tucson. And I couldn't stop laughing my ass off. The dumb fuck just looked at me and goes, oh, well, I'm sorry, Mr. Rocha. I'm sorry. No, what you need to do, you need to turn back around and go patrol and do community policing. Stop people and talk to them. Get known to the people in the city. That's why we have this fucked up situation. Go talk to people. Introduce yourself. Give out your business cards. Because I was jogging. That had me laughing my ass off. So I continued my jog and I got home and I'm looking at, pictures of in, Minneapolis and everything for the, for the memorial and stuff. That's fine. I mean, as long as it's peaceful, it's okay with me. But like I said, you want to protest? Use the fucking parks. Tucson's got about 30 parks. Use the parks. Use the parks. Go do a peaceful protest. Do not fucking block streets. Do not fucking ride on walls. Do not fucking go on freeways and block freeways. Do not go on bridges and think you could, block bridges and shit. Because you know what? Eventually, some drivers gonna get pissed off and they're gonna plow your fuckers over. Then they're gonna be in a world of hurt. I mean, look at the tanker truck driver. He was actually arrested for attempted murder. They arrested him for attempted murder because he didn't stop. 2 New York police officers lost their jobs because they were going somewhere, they had their lights and sirens on, and they got in front of them and they ran them over. I'll be honest with you, if I was still a cop, I'd run your ass over too. Learn a lesson, bitches. Get out the way. That's the bottom line. I mean, having your right as a First Amendment also comes with responsibilities. You don't infringe on anyone else's freedoms. Okay? You do not infringe on other people's freedoms. That means you don't block freeways, you don't block streets, you don't block bridges. Okay? And then the worst part is, here in Tucson, the police department got written on the wall, on the police department wall, okay, on Stone Avenue. I saw something that I haven't seen since the 60s and the 70s in Los Angeles. Viva la raza. Viva la raza. Some old vato must have came out of retirement in a wheelchair and decided he was going to write that. It had to have been, because no young people know what Viva la raza is. But they put it on the wall and I couldn't stop laughing. Some old vato must have came out of retirement and said, hey, I'm going to put Viva la raza on there. But like I said, you have the right to protest, but don't infringe on anyone else's freedoms to live their lives, to go places. Okay? Everyone have a good day. Remember your social distancing. Remember, be aware of your surroundings. Wash your hands. Do whatever you have to do. Take care of yourselves, okay? This is my opinion, Joe Arocha. If you have a comment, say it. And be prepared for a discussion on it if you want. But like I said, you want to protest? Go to a fucking park. Don't block streets. Don't block freeways. Don't block bridges. Bottom line. Don't throw piss bottles at police officers. Don't throw frozen bottles at police officers. Don't throw bricks at police officers, because you know what? It's going to be met with force. Because if you throw a frozen bottle at me, you better believe that Springfield 40 is going to come out. You get one planted in your head. So I'm going to consider it a deadly act on me. Okay? Everyone have a good day. Take care. Bye.